Went and saw Katy Perry last night.
Yeah, you did.
Sure did.
I almost went and saw Katy Perry last night.
Sure did.
You want to give a 30-second review?
It was fine.
Was it a teenage dream?
Very much.
Was she hot and you were cold? Yes and
I was really hoping I
no.
was the one that got away.
Yeah. Did she talk about going to space?
She sure fucking did. Couldn't help it.
Yeah. She went to space.
She went to space.
She did a thing.
She did the thing. But yeah, it was fine. Very poppy. It was fine. It was a free concert. It was
Free
fun.
concert. Good friends. Yeah.
Got dinner after.
Yeah.
It was cool. Good
Lost
time.
her car.
Lost my car. Found the car. Block over.
It's like an 80s movie, man.
Got home at 1 o'clock in the morning. It all went a lot longer than I thought it was going to.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, that was what exciting. This is Tommy.
It's Jacob.
This is
Tommy and Jacob's mixtape.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is TJ's Mixtape. I'm
Nah.
Tommy.
Nah.
That's Jacob.
Ah.
We are a movie review podcast. We're two friends. We like talking about movies, who's in them, how they were made, and at the end, give a little synopsis of the idea of the movie, and then give it a rating. We are in the midst of our Bloodsucker summer. So last week we reviewed this year's Sinners, and now we're doing another one that I found and was interested in, 2009's Thirst.
Yes.
But before we get into that, we do like to play a game. It's Connect the Stars. At the end of each episode, we pick 2 stars, actors, and then connect them via different titles and co-stars, co-workers, I guess.
I mean, they are co-workers.
Co-stars, and try to find the most interesting or shortest connection between the two. If you listened to last week, you'll know. But for those that didn't, it was Liam Neeson to Bruce Willis, which ended up being a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, we probably might have a very, very similar one.
You want to start?
Damn it. I was going to do quotes. I don't know why. I want to be like, it was, I have a particular set of skills too. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. But, anywho. Cool. I'm funny. Not.
No, I'm trying to think of what you're talking about.
Liam Neeson to Bruce Willis.
Mm-hmm.
I have a particular set of skills.
Yeah, Taken.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Die Hard.
Yeah. They're both, the leads in those films.
Oh, no, I was trying to connect them. I thought I was trying to get to Taken to Die Hard.
Oh, I see. No, I was just saying we're getting from Liam Neeson to Bruce Willis.
Got it.
My joke sucks. But Liam Neeson is in Taken with Famke Janssen, who plays his wife, who's in The Faculty with Josh Hartnett, who's in Lucky Number 11 with Bruce Willis.
Yep, those aren't. We're very different.
Really? All right.
Liam Neeson is in Batman Begins with Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman's in Fifth Element with Bruce Willis.
Oh, fair. I was trying not to use the Batman stuff.
Oh.
I mean, that was because, I guess we've only really talked about not using the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, yeah.
But
I don't think Batman counts.
I just kind of don't use anything superhero because of how big that's all weirdly connected still.
Well, I think it's fine before the DCU,
MCU, before 2008.
Yeah.
Wait, Iron Man came out 2006, 2008? I
think 2008.
Yeah.
But before it became...
Yeah.
What
it is now.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of had forgotten that Liam Neeson was in Batman.
I thought about it for a hot second, but then I was like, no, I don't want to use the Batman. The Batman. It's Batman Begins, Jacob. Just for those people that would get particular.
It's 2 different movies.
Very, very different movies, too. But yeah, I just kind of liked the Famke Janssen, Josh Hart, because I also I own Lucky Number 11, and I'm like, I want to rewatch it now. I haven't watched it in a minute. I really like that.
I've been wanting to rewatch that and Hamlet 2.
Yeah, Hamlet 2 always kind of seems to go on a rotation with you.
Well, but I've been putting it off because I don't want to watch it before I want to review it.
We did review it, I thought.
Hamlet 2?
Yeah.
It's just always come up. We just never have.
I just watched it. Yeah, you just lent it to me once then. Okay.
I just really needed you to watch it. I just thought you'd think it was really funny.
Yeah. And it is funny.
The whole theater.
Yeah. It gets a little ridiculous.
Well, yeah, but that's... You're taking the tragedy out of the tragedy.
Speaking of getting ridiculous, this movie gets pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. So
in,
yeah.
in an interesting, in a weird way. But
So at the end of the episode, we'll pick 2 more stars.
Yeah.
And then in the comments, go ahead and put a connection of yours if you'd like to play.
Yeah.
But yes, Thirst. For those of you that don't know, Thirst is a 2009 South Korean movie, but a quick little synopsis about it. After a medical experiment goes awry, a priest wakes. World is turned upside down after becoming a vampire.
Yeah. There's a lot of this movie where you're just kind of like accepting what's happening, and then they kind of talk, then they say what you've already accepted. And you're like, oh, okay. So I'm not wrong on. I wonder. Oh man, I wanted to rewatch just like some bits of it again, because I wonder, because everything's in Korean, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if maybe on a blood bag that he was getting one of his transfusions, if it said something
to allude to how it happened.
Yeah, that we just couldn't pick up on because we can't, read Korean. Because we can't read.
We've said this a couple times on different episodes, but this is definitely one I think, especially because of our particular language barrier with it, it's definitely worth a rewatch.
Yeah.
Because of that, to catch things and nuances and what they're saying and stuff.
Well, and then also, especially with this one, we went into it expecting something a little bit different.
Yeah.
So because it's with that description, and then it's also like it's known as it's a horror romance. It's described on IMDb.
Well, yeah, like its taglines are dark comedy, dark fantasy, dark romance, supernatural horror, vampire horror, drama, fantasy, horror, romance.
Is that on IMDb?
Mm-hmm.
Is that on the main page it has all of those?
Yes.
Maybe I only saw, okay. Maybe it was the Google search where I was only seeing horror romance, which then made it alluded to my mind. I thought it was going to be something more of like a interview with a vampire-ish.
Dracula.
Yeah, Dracula thing, not based off of some French novel.
A South Korean made French novel adaptation.
What the hell's going on here?
That made me very happy to find, though.
Yeah.
I liked that a lot.
Yeah, it was really cool. And the biggest thing is that we weren't expecting comedy at all. And it is a very dark comedy for damn sure.
Well, it wasn't until like the last 10 minutes, right, out loud, I was like, is this supposed to be funny? Because it's funny, but I just don't know if it's supposed to be. And then you're like, oh, no, it's a dark comedy. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I kind of wish I had realized that earlier because maybe the jokes would have landed better.
Yeah.
But I did find it funny. But again, I just didn't know if
you were supposed to be laughing?
Yeah. I just didn't know if I misunderstood what was happening.
Yeah. I kind of, at the very first, we'll get into like who did everything and whatnot. Just one final thought. At the very beginning, I got this inkling that it was a comedy because of the way that the doctor came in and was so nonchalant about the dude dying and the priest doing CPR.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's a comedic thing. That's a dark, dry comic thing. So I was like, I wonder if this is supposed to be more funny than anything.
Mine was when he went to the facility in Belize or wherever it was. I can't remember now. And the other doctor was giving him the runabout about this experiment that he was signing up for.
Yeah.
And his like nonchalant bored. He was basically bored.
Yeah.
About this really terrible disease that makes you bleed out of your eyes and mouth. And he's just sitting there going through the slides like, it's a Tuesday. Yeah, and I was like, that's an interesting choice.
Yeah.
And I just kind of, I just wish I had realized.
No, yeah.
But I did that thing where I went in blind to get a raw reaction as possible. But now realizing you might want to actually know the theme.
The genre
that it is a little bit.
Yeah. Well, especially since we walked into it thinking it was going to be much more horror.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty horror-y.
Oh no, it is, but like more like serious horror. You know, we weren't expecting like goofiness. You know what you see, and like, and if you're not expecting goofiness, then.
But we should have also assumed that with Korean cinema as it is, there's always a lot of humor. And at least I say that that's actually, I shouldn't say that. That's a very blanket statement that I made.
Mm-hmm.
In the Korean media that I have ingested.
Yeah. There's a lot of goofiness.
There's a lot of goofy, even with the really serious movies. There's always a little.
I mean, Old Boy has a little bit of it. Squid Game has a little bit of it, and those are probably two of the most serious things that I can think of that have come out of Korea in the last like 20 years.
Yeah, and they do dark comedy in a really interesting way that I really, really like.
Yeah.
There's another one. This is gonna be stupid, but there's a zombie movie.
Train to Busan.
No, a funny. like a dark comedy.
I mean, there's comedy in Train to Busan. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. But it's like this one is a dark comedy, and it's about this young kind of isolated girl in the zombie apocalypse. It's kind of the Korean Warm Bodies.
Oh, okay.
And it's very odd, but it's very funny.
Yeah.
But it's a very weird movie. Anyways, sorry. That was a weird turn.
But yeah, so let's get into, first of all, this is based off of a late 18th century?
1867.
1867, thank you. Novel by Émile Zola. It's called Thérèse Raquin. And it actually does follow the story this story kind of pretty accurately. Just like just add the vampire thing to it. You know? Yeah. Which I thought was kind of cool. The way that Park Chan-wook was able to like find inspiration and like just recreate the story.
Well, just on
the same story.
On paper, it's wild. It's like it's an 1800s drama.
Dark comedy. It's still a comedy.
French dramedy.
Yeah.
Serial dramedy that has been turned into a play and everything. He took that and went.
It's been turned into 2 films and 1 opera.
And he took it and he was like, no, it'd really make this pop.
A vampire.
Vampires.
Yeah.
And you're like, sure.
Yeah.
And it worked. And actually,
he succeeded because it's fucking Park Chan-wook.
Yeah, it really worked in a weird way. It was one of those movies, I didn't like it when the credits rolled, but as I sat with it longer, it grew on me a little bit.
Yeah, no, after like the day of processing it, I'm like, I actually did enjoy that, actually. Yeah. It was weird. It was a very strange movie. When from the beginning, where you start to where it ends. So you go on through such a strange journey. And it's 2 hours and 13 minutes.
So you liked it?
I did. I did like it.
I will say with that, though, the runtime, I did think it overstayed its welcome.
It does, but I still liked it.
It tacks on. It keeps tacking shit on, and you're like,
yeah. But that's the thing. It keeps tacking shit on, but it's literally, I guess, I don't know the story of Thérèse Raquin, but it seems to follow like all of the beats of it more or less. I guess maybe the only thing is like the murdering at the end, but then that's kind of like he needs that because it takes it in the story, in the original story. They agree to a mutual suicide. In this story, he's forcing them both to
but you could also state that then she becomes
complicit
with it.
Yeah,
because she could have figured something out. I don't know. Anne Rice vampire.
She could have like just. I mean, she could have just buried herself.
Yeah, like they do in Anne Rice. You know, they.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
if they get fucked and out in the without, they just dig a grave and hang out in there.
I forgot about that. Yeah. But yeah, so it's based off of that story. But yeah, and then we have our writer director I've already mentioned, Park Chan-wook, who is probably most well known for Old Boy, his Vengeance trilogy, which is Sympathy for Vengeance, Old Boy, and Lady Vengeance. Yeah. Which I still need to watch Sympathy for Vengeance and Lady Vengeance. I still haven't seen those.
I mean, I've also we were talking, the lady upstairs and I recommended Old Boy. Then I went, take that with a grain of salt. Actually, I was like, that's a really great movie, but be forewarned, you have to really be in a good mindset for it. It's pretty dark and pretty violent, and it's not a casual watch.
Yeah, no, I mean it's casual watch for some people, but
yeah, but like as a recommendation, and she had no idea what it was.
Yeah, if you have no idea what it is, I like if you're a really like if you're a film person like us, a cinephile, I highly recommend Old Boy all the time. You know, to people like that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
If you're just a casual film watcher, and
I'm like her recommendation person.
Yeah.
So with great power comes great responsibility. And as soon as I said it, I was like, maybe.
I think she would like it, though.
I think she would, but I just wanted to warn her. Like, it's a lot. It's a very heavy movie. So.
It is. Yeah. Old Boy it's regarded as one of the best movies. You know, top 100 made.
Well, yeah, and there's homages to it. You know, Daredevil did an homage to
that
it.
That hallway fight scene is just inspired so many people. But I also like, and then so he's writer director, and then we have his co-writer with this, Chung Seo-kyung, and they've written like 5 things together, including this. So wait, Lady Vengeance they did. I'm a Cyborg, but that's okay. The Handmaiden and Decision to Leave. So yeah, that's 5. Yeah, including this one. They've written 5 things together.
Well, yeah, and I went through Chung's list, and I had added 3 of their projects to my watch list.
No, their stuff looks really cool
it looks
too.
cool.
Yeah,
And it has good, like, it has good 7 point something ratings, which I like that. You know, it's like the Michelin star thing. Like I think a 7. I think a 7's a good.
It's like it's good, solid.
You know, but it's not like, I don't know. I like the 7 range.
And I guess just do you want to just do our 2 leading stars and not worry about anyone else? I mean, I can do a quick shout out to.
I just wrote down the 4. So I wrote
which are the 4?
The 2 leading, and then the husband and the mother.
Mother, okay.
That's the ones I wrote.
I do have just, I guess, a quick shout out then. Oh Dal-soo, who plays. He's the one with the bowl cut, and has the friends that play the game.
Mahjong.
Was it Mahjong?
Mahjong.
Was it Mahjong? Or? Yeah. But he's in Squid Game. He's in the new season of Squid Game. He's an old boy. I actually recognized him from a couple of like South Korean stuff that I've seen. So I was like, he's been around.
Yeah.
And he seems to work with Park Chan-wook.
Yeah.
Same with a couple of these people.
So our lead is Kang-ho, who we actually talked about in Snowpiercer, episode 89, way back in the day.
That was episode 89?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
More recently, big claim to fame, Parasite.
Yes.
That movie.
He's also in The Host, which I still haven't seen.
I own it on DVD, by the way.
Oh, nice.
If you ever
okay.
wanna.
Fuck yeah.
It's in my little library. It's in my international section.
Nice.
And yeah, Parasite came around, if you don't remember, and shook up the scene there.
Fuck yeah.
Pretty hard for
Bong Joon-ho. Which also Bong Joon-ho, director of Snowpiercer and The Host.
I just wrote down those 3.
And then
because there's a lot of also South Korean things.
Exactly. And then the same like Kim Ok-bin, she's more like this is probably the only like thing that's remotely, since this movie was a Korean and US distributed and produced, like shared audiences, like this is probably the only thing that would come across the
like Western Western culture.
Because like I got the villain, I wrote just her like most popular things, The Villainess and Arthdal Chronicles. Because like her performance in this was really good. I kind of want to see some other things that she's done. And she was also nominated for like Best Supporting Actress in this movie through a couple like award systems and whatnot. Same with Song Kang-ho. So it's a weird movie, but it's got merit, you know. And then I guess you got Kim Hae-sook, who plays Mrs. Ra.
Who is the overbearing mother-in-law.
She's also in The Handmaiden.
In a show, Life is Beautiful, which I also added to my watch list. I want to get into Korean like dramas. People rave about them.
I know.
And I'm like, what's going on? What's
going on over there?
What's happening? Everyone raves about Korean dramas.
And then Shin Ha-kyun, who I didn't write down any of his stuff, but he plays
Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance.
That's right. He's in Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance.
And then Save the Green Planet are the 2 that I looked at. And I was like,
okay. And then he what's his character's name? I can't remember.
Kang-woo.
Kang-woo. Yeah.
All
right. Yeah. I guess we're ready to get into some reviews then.
Yeah. Give us our scores.
It's got a relatively moderate Michelin star system there. We got a 7.1 on IMDb. And then on Rotten Tomatoes, we got an 81% tomato meter and a 74% popcorn.
All right.
Seems like critics kind of enjoyed it.
That doesn't surprise me at all, because this does seem like a critic movie. This kind of movie, I also was thinking, and this might offend someone, and sorry about it, but not really. I feel like this would be a hill someone would die on kind of movie. You just don't get it. You don't understand the metaphor they're trying to say.
The metaphor of toxicity? Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, you know what I mean? If you're like, I watched like this, there is part of me that's still very lukewarm on this.
Yeah.
And if I feel, I could see saying that to someone and then being like, what? About it, and being like, it's that. I mean, I watch a lot of vampire shit, and this it kind of what we were talking about with Sinners. This has a lot of the tropes, but they're not interesting in a lot of ways
because it's not about the vampire really.
But it's like such a huge part. It really does, it feels like a tack on.
Yeah,
because it is Attack on.
Yeah,
And that's I like that. I like the vampire aspect because I like vampires, but some of the things about it were just kind of like, yeah, that's same old vampire shit. All right. So on Metacritic, this has a 73, which comes a generally favorable with 17 positive, 4 mixed, and 0 negative. Having no negative blows my mind. You know what? We're going to change that right now.
You're going to write it?
I'm going to write it. All right, so going through for the positive with a 91 at Entertainment Weekly by Lisa Schwarzenbaum. Short and sweet. Here it goes. A godding, daring, operatic, and bloody funny provocation of a melodrama from Park Chan-wook. Just
okay, yeah.
And then I wrote C an 88 at Chicago Tribune from Michael Phillips. Be warned, this is one of those pictures that tacks on another chapter just when you think it's wrapping up.
Like what you were saying.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to write that one down because
yep.
Just felt like But I was kind of surprised how high the score was. And then I wrote down a mixed, and then I found a different one that I liked better. But I just wrote down that. How do you say that? Stygian? Yeah. Derek Ellie with a 50 at Variety. An overlong Stygian comedy that badly needs a transfusion of genuine inspiration.
Oh, wow. I think it just got a lot brighter. That's weird.
I don't know. It did for me. Well,
the
light changed because I was looking at my computer screen and looked up. So I didn't notice.
I don't know. That looked like it was like. What they say?
An overlong Stygian comedy that badly needs a transfusion of genuine inspiration.
Interesting.
And then this is the other one I wrote down because I kind of feel like they kind of, Jan Stewart at Washington Post who gave it a 60. Thirst is good, insolent fun for about 2/3 of the way before it stumbles and drowns in a pool of its own excess. Still, you can't help but admire a horror movie that prompts us to wonder how vampires with a surplus of blood got by before the advent of Tupperware. The last part wasn't necessary, but that's part of it.
You know what? I guess like the thing that could have been cut out is when they all come over for the dinner at the end. Not the dinner, the game.
The revelation that they killed him?
Yeah, because
why? That was I thought that was one of the best scenes. I personally, I just like that scene a lot.
No, don't get me. It's a great scene, but it doesn't necessarily.
If you hear anything weird, we have a dog in the room. Sorry.
Yeah, and he's back smacking his lips. We've already, at this point, came to the realization of how much of a monster. Jong-woo? What's her name?
Choju? Did I write that down wrong? Here, I got it open right here. But it's in a weird order, so... Where is she? Teju,
thank you. Teju.
For some reason, a lot of my A's today look like O's, so that's why I'm fucking things up.
Teju, we've already gotten to the point that she's a monster and what she's done, everything that's happened. And
is she though? Is she a monster?
Yes. Sang-hyun, he's we've already gotten to this point where for him to force maybe them to burn up together. Mm. And then them coming over for mahjong one last time, and then the revelation of them discovering that they killed Kang-woo. It's all unneeded for their arcs of them to go and burn themselves alive. It's unneeded because it's already been solidified of how crazy she is. They're just adding more. Again, we're adding on more that it's not needed.
No, I mean, yeah, but I also think that gives closure to a lot of the different characters, especially like Mrs. Ra and the fact that she has known now for a while but hasn't been able to communicate and is finally getting the revelation that she so desperately needs being trapped in her own body. It's unnecessary, but it's also there's other things that are excessive that could have also been cut.
Yeah. But it's also, I feel like her retribution is when they burn up. They're the people who killed her son are gone,
Yeah, but she's fucked.
Yeah.
That was my first thought. I'm like,
he left a phone for her. And she has that mobility on that one finger, so she can.
Yeah, okay. She can't talk.
Oh, hello. Let's find the phone. I don't know.
You know, like
maybe she can.
I don't know. The dispatcher, police. I'm sure in South Korea too, cop dispatchers get a lot of weird shit that they probably just go, no.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not dealing with that.
But yeah, because what I really liked is like once I read like the synopsis of the story that's based off Thérèse Raquin, how it was a dark comedy of pretty much an overbearing aunt forcing her son or forcing some woman to marry her daughter or her son, I mean, and she falls in love with his best friend, and they kind of come up with this idea that Camille needs to be murdered to get it out, so they can be married. And I don't know exactly how in the book, but poor woman who's Mrs. Raw is put into an also like paralyzed state as well. And then at the very end of that story of Thérèse Raquin, because they're trying to kill each other, when they realize that like, oh, we're actually trying to kill each other now because of the guilt that they have over killing Kang-ho or his character, they decide to do a mutual suicide in front of who's Mrs. Raw's character. And it's kind of like their like apologies, like we'll take our lives since we ruined your life type thing. So, and that's kind of, they do that in the end of this with them burning up and her in the back seat. So I just kind of liked how they literally just took all of these parallel. He just added vampire and like, what would it be if they were vampires instead, you know? And this kind of goes into what I was talking about last week, where that article that I discovered, it's like every like newish like director of today has like, they have their own vampire film, you know? Park Chan-wook, now Ryan Coogler, Quentin Tarantino.
Well, it's like, it's interesting, especially from going to Sinners to this, and just the versatile nature that the mythology of the vampire has, you know, what you can use it for, like with Sinners and using it as a colonization, cultural appropriation vehicle, you know, like this is what we're talking about with this. And then this one is talking about toxicity of relationships. And, but this one too, this goes also into the excess of it, because it's like, okay, yeah, there's the toxicity of relationship, there's loss of faith, there's you know, like it kind of goes on and on with the messages that is kind of, and that's cool, but at the same time I feel like you need to have a limited number to give your audience a chance to really sit in those things and really digest what's happening, because I kind of thought we brushed over, he's a man of God, you know what I mean? And a true believer. He's a priest. Like,
and he like, I guess we couldn't fully like figure it out, but it seemed like he went to like do this like test. To get sick, so then
to better understand his patients or the people he's helping in his congregation. Yeah, maybe.
Because he was talking about like, well, what is it like? How do I even know what it feels like to die? These people are dying and it's sad. I want to know. I want to feel their experience. Yeah. And that's the hiccup. And then it was like all of a sudden he starts getting vampire powers. Like, wait, did the blood transfusion give him was it blood of a vampire on accident?
Well, yeah, and it's like, and even like the whole brushed over about like that thing too of like he turns into a vampire, and then this is gonna be really crude, I apologize, but the first time he gets pussy, he just throws his entire belief system out the window. Yeah, and he's been a priest his whole life, and I was like, and you could eat the carrot and say it's because he's a vampire now, so now he's really giving into his
turning into
sins.
A monster.
Totally understand. I get that idea, but there wasn't really a lot of resistance to it. So it's kind of like, well, he's a man of God. And that's the thing, though. It's like he was presented as a true man of God, the character that we met in the beginning, to the point where this man of God, to better understand the people that his job is helping people onto the afterlife, into heaven. That's what he does. He lives at this place, a terminal place where people die, and he passes them on. He gives them their last rites. That's his whole thing. Yeah. That's how committed he is to the religion. And then he just went, vagina, you know, and I was just sitting there kind of like, I get it, but I feel like it's not really.
No, it's really kind of like a
dissected enough,
forced narrative, the idea put into it It seems. I wonder. I don't think Laurent and Thérèse Raquin was a man of God like that. I think he was just the best friend. So I think that was maybe Park Chan-wook's.
Excess and theme.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, because even there's that conversation in the hospital room where he's talking about like we can go to hell for this. Not only in the fact that she's an adulterer now because she is married. And this, I'm not agreeing with any of that. I'm just saying this is
yeah. Well, and then she's like, I'm not a person of faith. I don't believe that. I'm not. We just die when we die.
Yeah.
I'm not going to heaven. I'm not going to hell.
And then he's a priest that is also committing adultery. So that's like a double whammy for him. And he's talking about how they're going to go to hell. And then he goes, nah, I'm going to suck on your toes for a bit. And you're like, where's the conflict in yourself?
I think that's part of the weird comedy that this is too.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
you know,
not getting it. I really do need to.
That could be a culture, like the thing about like there's parts of this humor that there might be a cultural divide.
Yeah, yeah, very, very well. So, but it's like, but it's also because of. But I will say that excess is excess, and it is excessive. It is excessive. The beats that we're going through, it really just doesn't give us a second to.
Yeah. Well, again, like I was saying, like from where we begin this movie to where it fucking ends
is wild.
Is a crazy ass journey.
Well, then there's also like things in it that are really cool that they don't like that whole. What's his name again? The son.
Kang-ho.
Yeah, Kang-ho. Like this whole Kang-ho haunting them thing.
Yeah.
And the visuals they were doing with that were really cool.
And it's only it's like in like about 2/3 of the movie, and then it like but as soon as he realizes that she lied and that he murdered him for her over a lie, his guilt is no longer there. So then the ghost of Kang-ho is no longer on them anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's weird. Like that was such a weird, like magical realism, surrealistic like for this movie that was so in a sense of realism, but still it's I don't know. It's such a weird movie.
Well, it was weird too. There was, because of his style that he has with his directing.
Yeah.
I kept thinking, it was weird. I kept thinking certain things were going to happen, and very specifically in a cinematic way that did not.
Yeah.
Because he is such a, like.
Have you seen anything else besides Oldboy that he's done?
No, but I've seen a lot of clips.
Okay.
Of his stuff, because he is known for his like his eye that he has.
Yeah, no, his like how I don't know who his cinematographer is, but it's like it's like a Terrence Malick. It's like this is like him directing what the shots need to look like.
Yeah, and everything is very on purpose.
Yes. Oh, very much so. All the missing scene is very, very much
everything is very intentional with him. You can tell that pretty much off the bat. You can watch one of his movies and you can know.
Stanley Kubrick, you know.
Yeah, there are certain directors that are just that everything has an intent.
Yeah, Terrence Malick. Yeah,
and that's why they're really good to rewatch, because you will catch things
more and more
the more you watch it. But yeah, just with his style, I just thought that there was going to be like the one that I don't know. This is probably just my pretentious side coming through, but like there's that scene after they have why Dr. Evil?
I don't know. I say I did. I was like, that's not the right one.
I mean, how about no? Crazy Dutch bastard. That's my favorite line in Austin. Just a slowly up to him.
How about no?
That's one of those. That line will make me laugh every time I see it. No, like there's the scene after they're have sex at the hospital and they're laying there naked, and he grabs the cloth to kind of recover her, the white sheet over her. Which, like, again, it could be reading into that, but that's very intentional. He's putting the white sheet on her after they've done the carnal sin,
Yeah.
But then I thought what I thought he was going to do was then kind of have a pan out, and it was going to kind of go dark, and it was just going to be them sitting in a dark room on the bed, and it was going to be this like vision of isolation that now they have created this. It's now them, you know what I mean? This unit in a dark world kind of thing.
If it wasn't a comedy, that might have been what he done.
Yeah, because he's bringing her into it.
Yeah. But she's bringing him into her craziness. Too.
Yeah, they very overlap. You know, but. Yeah, it's like
that was also one of the funniest scenes after that moment that post that right after that after they have sex, because when she like offers him the egg and whatnot, and he's like, I don't want to lie to you, so I will show you what and instead of just being like, I'm a vampire and I have to drink blood, telling her, he just lies down and starts sucking on the dude's like tube that's like giving him blood, and she runs out horrified, and he's like, "What's happening?" It's so funny.
I'm kind of bummed that I didn't realize that this was a dark comedy.
I think that was the moment that I realized that it's 100% a dark comedy.
I was just like, look at these wacky Koreans, you know, doing silly things. I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. But especially with, I just should have known. Because of the amount of Korean media I have ingested, I should have kept that in mind. But I think I was just also so confused at what was happening.
Yeah.
I was distracted. Where are you going?
He's exploring.
What? He's been in this room a lot. Nothing changed, buddy. You can come over here. Come here. You want to sit with me?
Yeah, I think he just wants attention.
Come over here. Oh, watch your head. Okay, there you go. Stay right there.
All right, dog in your lap.
Dog in the lap. Yeah.
What you were saying? Korean media. You've consumed a lot of it.
Yeah, because even like Sweet Home, Sweet Home.
Oh, it's the
body horror show thing. Like even that show is horrifying, but it's kind of funny.
Dark funny, yeah.
You know, they always, and that's what I mean. I just feel like they always have a little.
I mean, if we knew more about Korean history, like we would get why there's always a little bit of like weird goofiness.
I have
stuff, you know.
I have a going list of things to get at the library, and I did last night add to the list
like some Korean history,
Korean
cinema history.
Hell, just really curious about.
Yeah, I'm curious for that too.
The development of that.
Because I mean, just look at like how French film is inspired from post World War II.
Yeah,
you know?
it's
like how films in America changed post 9/11.
Yeah,
you know, it's like.
Well, it's like, you know, film and music and art, obviously. You know, any art form.
Art.
Yeah, any art form is going to be...
It's a reflection of the human experience.
Very impacted. And then when you really look at, you know, like the history of... You kind of sit there sometimes, like French cinema. And you sit there and you go, that checks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
You know, because you're like, a lot of revolutions, a lot of political uprisings and tumultuous. You know, you're like,
Think about Russian media, how crazy that is.
Yeah, you know, you're like, checks out. You know, and French has this kind of, French, you know, kind of.
But we all die.
Yeah, this almost nihilistic kind of.
Very nihilistic.
Libertarian. Yeah. You know, you're like, well, yeah, that checks out.
Fail again, fail better.
Yeah. Off with their heads. Guillotines, fun time. That's one of the best scenes in there's a great scene about that. The guillotine thing in Good Omens.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there's a great scene about that, though. They're like, another one? the Angel and Demon are just like, God damn. The news. Yeah, he had to be there.
Yeah. What else do you have to say about this film?
I don't know. What are we at?
We're only at like 40. What did I get on my note? Nice. Oh, I mean, just...
That was cute. That was a weird sneeze for me. Okay, bye.
There's one like what's the word I'm looking for? He's like repeating it. Bless you.
Bless you. Just like Papa.
Like kind of like the repetition of the use of while the narration of something like what they're narrating is a lie, and what we're seeing is the truth.
What do you mean?
So like at the beginning when he's talking, like he's writing letters to whoever, and he's like,
to his
and
patients
I'm in a very nice hotel and I got a great scene, and then he's like, you're actually seeing him. He's like, he's got the boils and there's a centipede on the wall, and you know he's talking about his how healthy he is, and then blood comes out of his mouth and ears and flute, and really shocking moment in the movie. Hi, bud. Jesus Christ. Are you shaking?
He's probably cold. I forgot to bring anything.
Oh, bud.
Come here. Come back over here.
Come here. Go share the warmth.
Yeah,
Jesus. You know, and then we have her talking about how Kang-ho beats her, and you know this whole lie to Sang-hyung, and that's gross. I can hear that through the microphone. And then we cut to, and like he's actually like tending her wounds, and he's a very sweet man. He's just always sick, he's just a weak man. That's all he is.
He's a mom's boy in the most negative way you can say.
Yeah.
Very pampered.
Very, very pampered, yeah. And then that's our discovery that Taeju, right? That's her name, Taeju? That Taeju is really just kind of an awful person, maybe. She's a liar, at least.
And you start to realize that she does have a level of unhinged.
Yeah.
And what we were talking about, though, it's like, well, you kind of need a level of unhinged to be a successful
vampire, yeah.
Yeah, And then
we started talking about
Louis and Lestat.
Louis is he hates it, and he's not good.
Well, yeah, I was like, Louis was just sad.
Yeah.
And then became a vampire. He made a life-altering decision while depressed.
Yeah. And Lestat was a fucking maniac.
And he thrives. He is just, I'm here.
So think about people in your life. If they're well-grounded, they probably won't be a good vampire. If they're kind of crazy, stay away from them.
They will murder you.
Yeah. But and then I feel like there's a couple more times of that in the movie as well, of the narration and then the lie. It's like if the narration is a lie of what.
Mm-hmm.
There's just it's filmed very well in a great way to for how the story unfolds with everything. And then of course all of the actions that we have Sang-hyun do, when he goes and pretends to assault the girl in the tent just to draw attention, I felt was kind of also another sense of him wanting, knowing that he's going to leave this world, and he didn't want his name to be. He become a monster, and he didn't want to be remembered as a saint. He didn't want to be
idolized anymore.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be a martyr.
Yeah.
So he was tarnishing his image.
Yeah.
That's what because
I got the same thing.
Yeah, I was like, why is he doing
that? It was but it was also, he drove them out there to distract the time so Evelyn, the girl that he faked to feed on, could escape as well, because he didn't want any more carnage to happen. Mm-hmm. Even though he had become this monster and he was showing the sense of becoming a monster to this public, he still didn't want to be the monster. He didn't want Evelyn to be murdered, by Taeju.
Yeah. I think he just kind of went too far gone, even killing his superior.
Oh, yeah.
That was odd. I was like, I get it.
Well, and that's at a moment when he's spiraling and he's thinking, well, I've become this monster because I killed Kang-ho. But I did it to protect her, but now I am a monster because I've done this type thing, And then when he finds out that Kang-ho was actually, she says Kang-ho never laid a hand on me, and that realization is oh fuck, I just revealed my lie.
I just outed to myself, yeah.
Yeah. And now with that truth out, he's I became this monster for you, and now it's for nothing, and now he doesn't want to be that monster anymore. It's weird. He feels he's just I need to change what I've done. I need to get rid of you. I need to get rid of me. There's no reason.
But even that kind of feels martyry.
It is, yeah.
But not in a.
Hey, but that means he stays in his priesthoodishness throughout it because of the, wanting to sacrifice himself. He's trying to be like Jesus.
No, he just went ahead and doubled down. They're not really into suicide.
Christians? Catholics?
Yeah.
No. Catholics, no. Was he Catholic?
None of them.
Yeah, I know. But Christianity, there is a sense of still being able to be saved. In Catholicism, if you kill yourself, you're sent to one of the fucking 7 rings of hell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He
was he Catholic? I can't remember.
Catholic, yes.
Okay.
So yeah.
Woo. Yep.
He broke a lot of the rules. He going down.
He's going through all 7 of those rings.
He is done. He is cooked, as you would say.
He was cooked.
Yeah, quite. He's cooked in our life and the afterlife.
Yeah.
Well, that's So it's what you're talking about too is you're talking about sacrificing yourself for good, for someone else. What saves Constantine from the devil? That's what you're talking about. That idea, which is very much in there. But there is the, in tiny writing underneath, thou shalt not kill yourself.
The Santa Claus?
Yeah, and the Santa Claus, thou shalt not burn yourself alive. But I guess at that point, you're already, like I said, he broke pretty much every rule. Get sex.
Yep.
Killed someone.
Oh, and committed adultery.
And
Because she was
committed
married.
adultery, the
Mhm.
double, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like he already relinquished that contract a while ago.
Yeah.
He went on the no-fly list real quick. All in a second.
He was-
Because there was no rule about drinking. I don't think there is a rule about drinking blood
No.
specifically.
But I mean, I think once you turn into a vampire, even though, and he does talk about like how
That was cool too. That it's not a religious vampire, and he's a religious man.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a virus vampire,
yeah,
but with this religious undertone. Because it, I liked its separation of church and state. I liked that it wasn't like this. The vampire got his powers. The Dracula made a deal with the devil.
Yeah.
Like some shit like that. It was just some dickhead vampires over there giving blood to transfusion places. Just like,
yeah. How did they get the fucking vampire blood?
You know what's funny? That vampire story I wrote in high school,
Mhm.
that's how he turned into a vampire.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, and that's around the same time.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, granted, he was working on this a few years before, but, roughly in the same
Yeah.
5-year period. Yeah, because that was my character woke up in a coffin. He got murdered and he woke up because the vampire blood kicked in. And that was going to be the whole deal. They got some kind of transfusion. And I was like, when that happened, I was like, oh, I had that idea too. It's probably not that original, to be honest. It's in the blood.
When he changes her into a vampire, it's just like
That was
bad.
cool.
It was cool, but
That
that
was
was,
a cool
a bad
scene.
idea.
That was a cool scene.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's what it is, though. That's why this movie, I'm so weird
It's because
about
it's Park Chan-wook.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good movie because it's Park Chan-wook, but the story is just wild.
And it's all over the place. And it's like, there's moments too where like I was so confused. I thought we were like in a flash. We were in a flash forward, but it didn't give you really any semblance of how much time had passed.
Yeah, the timeline, the editing, you follow it, but you're just like, wait, did we just do a time jump? I think we did a time jump.
Yeah, and like, because they do. There's little tricks you do. You do like I don't know, a newspaper or
Yeah.
haircut.
But
something.
is it? I mean, apparently it's not needed because we can follow.
No,
it,
it's not needed, but it just made the movie feel rough around the edges. It didn't feel flowy. It felt kind of jaggedy.
That could have been a purposeful thing.
1,000%. And I love us talking about directors that are really famous and have won awards, and we're telling them what to do. By the way, I love when we fall into this little spiral.
I'm not telling them what to do.
I'm saying it would have been better. That's what makes me laugh.
Well, you're saying that you would have been able to follow it more
as the audience member, I would have appreciated more of a smoothness to it. I just think, anyways, my joke. I just think it's funny the way I would have done it. Get fucked.
Who do you think you are, Park Chan-wook?
Yeah, I'm like, I need to shut up. So I wish I had my glasses. Anyways, so technically,
we're getting close to like 50 if we want to wrap it up.
yeah,
actually.
I mean,
I think
it's funny,
it was nice to talk about his style. I'm glad I looked at that note so we could talk about his style with it.
I was like lukewarm, and then I liked it,
Mm-hmm.
and then I cooled down again. I'm back at lukewarm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's one of those movies. Like if I ever see it somewhere, I'm gonna buy it.
Fair.
Just to add to my my international film collection, especially the horror movies. I got
all your vampire films.
Yeah, and I've been slowly like I have The Host, I have Brotherhood of the Wolf, Devil's Back. I have all I have having my world horror movie section in my room, and this was definitely one that I think is cool enough. And I do think you need to rewatch it, but it's just like there's things about it, and it's the fact that the vampire bit is cool, and it's done in a very entertaining way.
Yeah.
But it does not feel fully baked into the rest of the story. It does feel like a
separate
because
it literally is the story of pretty much Thérèse Raquin.
Mm-hmm.
They now make vampire.
They're vampires now.
Yeah.
I do like it when she dumped him though. That scene was funny.
Yeah.
He like literally, he's like, "You dump me, I dump you."
Drop.
I was like, "Oh shit,
Where are the other drugs going?"
That's what I should have realized. It was a comedy because that was like very gory slapstick.
That was very Looney Tunes. Yeah.
That's when I said that.
Yeah.
I was like,
I said it was Looney Tunes. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, I wonder if Looney Tunes really influenced a lot of,
Korean cinema.
Like if
very possible
because that's how it happens too. Certain things like random things, whether it be like something American will get over here, and then that or we'll get something, and that if then a whole generation's like, oh wow, this is really
well. It's a very Italian commedia dell'arte style of humor.
Yeah.
So
I just got to go get my cinema book. I really want to
Mhm.
check that out. I think that's going to be my new, just reading books about cinema from countries.
hell yeah.
Sounds cool. Well, we usually start with you. What do you want to give it?
I can do 3.
Okay, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking a solid 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. All right, so Thirst, 3 out of 5. We'll talk about what we're doing next later,
Yeah.
because
Unsure.
and then I have our connections up, and I thought it was a pretty good one.
All right. Cool. What do we got?
Christoph Waltz to Kristen Bell.
Christoph Waltz to Kristen Bell. Blonde Bell.
Mm-hmm.
Blonde Bell. Okay.
I
Yeah.
feel like that might be a fun
That could be. Yeah.
journey, mainly because of him. Like,
And the wild shit he's been in.
yeah. Oh,
What?
no, I just realized there might be an easy one, but it's fine.
That's fine. Is it through Alita Battle Angel? Oh.
No, Horrible Bosses too.
Oh. Yeah.
That might be because that's her genre
Yeah.
of
Yep,
movie.
yep, yep.
You know. But yeah, so
I forgot that he's in Horrible Losses too. So
yeah,
I still haven't seen it. So, but yeah.
yeah. So follow us on Instagram and Facebook to see our promos about what's coming up next. That was episode 252 with Thirst.
Yeah.
Give a like, subscribe, all that kind of thing. We do have a YouTube channel, so this is also recorded with video. And I think that's everything.
Yeah.
And this is Tommy.
This is Jacob.
Tommy
Jacob's Mixtape.
Bye bye.
Drink the blood. Become the vampire.